So you're forced to eat breakfast as a kid, or you are forcing your children to eat the breakfast, and you're forcing yourself to eat breakfast first thing in the morning, or thinking that breakfast is the most essential meal of the day. Without it, you cannot function. Well, this is a myth, and this has been busted. Why was this myth even created? It's because what we study and the curriculum is mostly funded by food lobbyists and industries, and there's so much behind the scenes. That is the only way that they could sell you breakfast cereals, and that is how they make profit, because after all, they have a business to do. Actually, most people do not require breakfast as first thing in the morning. It's actually the opposite, because when we wake up, we were essentially in a detox when we were asleep. That is why you have very pale urine, you need to go to poop, you have dust in your eyes, and that is the signal that your body was detoxing itself. Now the detox continues till you feel the true hunger. But if you are not feeling hungry when it is the time of your breakfast, that means your body is still on a detox right now, it is still repairing. And when you eat the food, your body has to do a lot of work to digest that food. It has to secrete a lot of hydrochloric acid, a lot of enzymes, pepsin, and then you feel heavier. You don't want to eat the lunch, you want to just lay down again. And I've seen mothers, children, parents, literally consuming a lot of carbohydrate rich breakfast, and they are stuffing up their children with food. What are they doing? If the kid is actually not wanting to eat the breakfast, there's a reason. Children are very intuitive and they know when they want to eat. It is us who think that they need to be eating every time, because we are conditioned ourselves to be eating every time. And then we are also conditioned to eat breakfast because of this food lobbyist, these TV ads, this social media. And everything you see, everything which is propagated, it's not entirely true. First, use your common sense and do your own research and reflect on it. Is it really healthy for you or not? And then take a decision. But anyways, you feed your children anything which comes your way because they are late for school. You can feed them the right thing. If they are truly hungry, they would ask for it. If you choose to skip breakfast, have a heavier lunch and have a dessert at lunchtime, because it is the right time to have a dessert, as your Jadar Agni or your digestive fire is very higher at that time, in sync with circadian rhythm, in sync with the sun. And then your dinner should be the lighter. Actually, dinner is the important part. And in breakfast, what are people even eating? Sugars, honey, maple syrup, bread and jam, jelly, butter. So this would actually give you more complications rather than skipping breakfast. There are researches which are funded by breakfast cereal industries, which says if you do not have breakfast, you will get ADHD, cognitive decline, and whatsoever. But we know that intermittent fasting and fasting in general is so therapeutic that it makes you feel less of brain fog, less bloated. Your energy is not going to digest the food, but rather in your work. And that is same with the kids when they go to study. There are more cases of Alzheimer's, dementia, cognitive decline, ADHD in kids who are eating a sugary rich breakfast, like your chocofills thing, different biscuits, creams, sugar. So if you are not feeling true hunger in the day, at the start of your day, after you wake up, maybe 1 to 2 hours even, it's okay not to have your breakfast, it's okay to have your lunch directly. You don't have to force feed yourself, because you are doing more harm than good. Listen to your body. If you have a true hunger pang, that is how you eat. Am I here saying that do not eat breakfast at all and breakfast is bad for everyone? Absolutely no. If you are feeling true hunger, then eat your breakfast. If you are on a muscle building program, or if you are looking to build muscle mass and big muscles, then you should do breakfast if you are feeling hungry. If you are pregnant, then again, breakfast is necessary if you feel hunger. Listen to your body's natural response rather than a paper or just a website saying whatsoever. Because your body is the biggest indicator of what you need. Sometimes I feel I do not eat breakfast, and most of the time I know that I eat breakfast by 8 o'clock because I have worked out myself like that, and I had my dinner at 6, so it's natural for me to feel hungry at 7, and then I have my breakfast at 8. And sometimes when I go out, have a late night dinner, I do not want to eat breakfast, I just go to the lunch directly. And that is how you do it. So it's absolutely not necessary. Do not beat yourself up if you do not want to do breakfast, and please do not run after your kids to have breakfast. You are doing more harm than good. You think that you're doing good to, you are giving them nutrients, the calories, the energy. It is not that. They are not even digesting it. I mean, when your body is, in flight and fight mode, that time how are you even digesting the food? If your children is being late for the school and you're running after them, I've seen people just rolling some rotis, parathas and milk, just giving them in their buses, mothers running after them in their buses, sitting there and then dropping off at the next stop to just feed their kids that. It is not even getting digested. The kid is not even hungry. It is doing more harm because you're not even hungry and eating, and there's a visible signal. I mean, if it was with us, we could still, take it as a greed and then still eat it thinking we are hungry. But in kids, we are actually seeing that they are not really hungry, but we are still feeding them. And for us, we are not hungry, but we are habitual of eating that. And if you feel bad after eating breakfast, if you feel heavy after eating breakfast, try skipping breakfast. And that is why it is important to be educated about healing of the body, of nutrition, of cellular nutrition, lifestyle factors, and how it is affecting us, how our body reacts to certain changes and food. And that is how you do it. Thank you for watching.